Hello, this is Professor Asma Parveen from Department of Psychology, Aligarh Muslim University. Welcome back to this course on Fundamentals of Research, and today I will continue with different aspects of interview. Interviews, as we all know, are used in research to collect information and data. They have several aspects and several characteristics that are considered as very unique and important. And first of the important feature of interviews is that interviews are personal because they involve direct interaction between the researcher and the participant. This can take place in various forms such as face to face meetings, phone calls, or video chats. The personal nature of interviews allow for a better level of understanding and connection between the researcher and the participant. Second, interviews are interactive. It means that both the researcher and the participant engage in a conversation. Unlike other research methods where data is collected passively, interviews provide an opportunity for follow up questions and clarifications. This back and forth dialogue enables the researcher to understand the feelings, thoughts, and experiences of the participants, ultimately leading to a more comprehensive understanding of the topic being studied. Another aspect of interviews are is that they are qualitative research methods. This means that they focus on gathering subjective experiences and attitudes from the participants. By exploring the individual perspectives of the participants, researchers can gain insights into the complexities of human behavior and decision making. This qualitative approach allows for a rich and detailed exploration of the research topic, providing a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Another feature of interviews is that they allow researchers to gather in depth information about a specific topic and enable them to consider and understand different complex issues and phenomena. This in depth understanding can provide valuable insights and contribute to a more comprehensive analysis. Another aspect of interviews are that they offer opportunity to gain contextual knowledge, that is, by exploring cultural, social, and historical factors, researchers can better comprehend how these influences shape the topic under investigation. This broader perspective enhances the overall understanding of the subject matter. However, it is important to consider that conducting interviews require significant time and effort. Careful planning, preparation, and follow up are necessary to ensure the success of the interview process. While interviews yield rich and contextual information, their implementation demands dedication and commitment. In order to conduct effective interviews for the purpose of research, there are several important steps to follow. The first and foremost step is to define objectives. It is essential to set clear objectives for the interview, and this involves defining the goals, purpose of the interview, as well as determining what specific information is needed and what research question the interview will address. By establishing clear objectives, researchers can ensure that their interviews are focused and productive. Once the objectives have been established, the next step is to identify potential participants for the study and to create a list of the population and target individuals. Researchers should create a list of those individuals who meet the criteria for the research and decide on the criteria for inclusion and exclusion. It may also be beneficial to use a random sampling method to select participants ensuring that the sample is representative of the larger population being studied. After potential participants have been identified, it is important to develop a recruitment screener. This tool serves two purposes: screening potential participants to ensure that they meet the criteria for the study, and providing an overview of the study to inform participants about what it entails. Informed consent should also be obtained from the participants, ensuring that they should understand the nature of the research and voluntarily agree to participate. By creating a recruitment screener, researchers can ensure that the selected participants are suitable for the research and fully informed about their involvement. Another important thing to keep in mind is to design an interview guide or a script that outlines the questions you want to ask. This interview guide should include open ended questions that allow the participants to share their experiences and perspectives. The objective is to make sure that the research question is addressed and the interview achieves its goals. Once you have your interview guide ready, now it is time to conduct the actual interviews with the selected participants. So it is the time for field work. It is important to find a quiet environment free of distractions for the interview. When you meet the participant, introduce yourself and explain the purpose of the interview. Throughout the interview, use active listening skills to show that you are truly hearing and understanding what the participant is saying. This will help them feel more comfortable and willing to share their thoughts and experiences. During the interview, it is important to create an non judgmental atmosphere. This can be done by maintaining eye contact, nodding, and smiling to show interest, and avoiding interrupting the participant. By doing so, the participant will feel valued and respected, which will encourage them to open up and provide honest responses. As the interviewer, it is essential to be prepared to adapt and follow up on the answers of the participants. This means being flexible and asking probing questions to gain deeper insights. Additionally, it is also important to take thorough notes during the interview to ensure accuracy when analyzing the data later on. After conducting all the interviews, now it is time to analyze the data collected. This involves carefully reviewing the notes and identifying common themes or patterns. By organizing the information in a systematic way, you can draw meaningful conclusions and answer the research question. Another important step of this interview process is record the interview. That is, it is crucial to record the conversation either through a digital recorder or by taking written notes. This ensures that the information is accurately captured and can be referred back to later. It is also important to prioritize the privacy of the participant and securely store the data collected. Once the interview is completed, it is recommended to transcribe it as soon as possible to ensure the information is not lost or forgotten. Once the interview has been recorded, the next step is to analyze the data gathered. One effective method for this is thematic analysis, which involves identifying any recurring themes or patterns in the data that relate to the research question. It is important to approach this analysis rigorously and systematically, ensuring that all relevant information is considered. By conducting a thorough analysis, valuable insights can be gained from the interview data. After the data has been analyzed, it is essential to report the findings clearly and concisely. This allows others to understand the results of the interview and draw meaningful conclusions. Sharing the findings with the research team is also important as they can provide additional perspectives and insights. Hosting a meeting to discuss the interview findings allows for collaboration and ensure that everyone is on the same page moving forward. During the meeting, it is important to address any issues or challenges that arose during the interviews. This provides an opportunity to brainstorm potential solutions and make any necessary adjustments to the research project. By openly discussing these challenges, the team can work together to overcome them and improve the overall quality of the research. Another important step is verify and validate. That is, it is very important to double check the validity of the information we have gathered from interviews. This can be done by cross referencing the findings with other sources of information. By using different methods of data collection, we can also increase the reliability and trustworthiness of our results. Once the information has been confirmed, it is crucial to share our discoveries with others. One way to do this is by writing a research report or publishing a paper. By doing so, we can make our findings accessible to those who could benefit from our research. Additionally, presenting the results at conferences or professional meetings can also foster discussion and provide valuable feedback. Sharing our research not only benefits others, but it also contributes to the advancement of the knowledge in our field. By disseminating our findings, we can contribute to the collective understanding of a particular topic or issue. This exchange of information allows for collaboration and the potential for further exploration and discovery. Furthermore, sharing our discoveries can also lead to new opportunities and connections. By presenting our research at conferences or professional meetings, we have the chance to network with other professionals in our field. This networking can open doors to future collaborations, partnerships, and even career opportunities. Now, I will discuss the objectives of interviews in research. Interviews in research serve two main objectives. That is, first one is gathering important information directly from the people being studied and facilitating meaningful conversations between researchers and participants. These interviews allow researchers to collect primary data, which is original and valuable for answering research questions and testing hypotheses. Beyond data collection, interviews also provide an opportunity for the exchange of ideas between researchers and the participants. Through conversation, researchers can have a deeper understanding of the thoughts and the perspectives of the participants. Simultaneously, participants can also benefit from the researchers' knowledge and expertise in the field under study. It is like having a conversation where both sides can learn from each other. By conducting interviews, researchers aim to gather first hand information from participants and engage in meaningful dialogue. This primary data is crucial for addressing research inquiries and testing hypotheses. Moreover, interviews foster an environment where researchers and participants can share ideas and insights. Through these conversations, researchers have a better understanding of participants' thoughts and perspectives, while participants benefit from the researcher's expertise. Ultimately, interviews facilitate a mutual learning experience. Another important objective of interview is spotting patterns and trends, and it is important goal of conducting interviews. When researchers analyze the responses from multiple participants, they can uncover common themes and recurring patterns. This analysis not only helps researchers to have an understanding of the research topic, but also sparks new areas to explore or hypotheses to test in future studies. By recognizing these patterns and trends, researchers contribute to the advancement of knowledge in their field. Furthermore, interviews provide an opportunity for improvement. Researchers have the chance to ask participants for feedback and suggestions which allow them to identify areas where products, services, or policies could be enhanced. This valuable feedback can then be utilized to improve existing offerings or develop innovative solutions that better meet people's needs. Actively seeking input from participants ensures that researchers' work remains relevant and has a real world impact. So, overall, interviews play a vital role in advancing knowledge and ensuring that research has practical applications also. Now, I will discuss advantages of interviews. Interviews are an incredibly useful tool for gathering information, especially in complex situations. They provide the opportunity to prepare the interviewee before asking sensitive questions and to explain complicated concepts face to face. This makes interviews the preferred method when in depth information is needed. One of the major benefits of interviews is that they allow the investigator to dig deeper and obtain more detailed information. By asking follow up questions, the interviewers can explore the topic further and gain a better understanding of the situation. In addition, interviews offer the advantage of being able to supplement verbal responses with non-verbal cues. By observing the interviewee's body language and facial expressions, the interviewer can gather additional insights that may not be conveyed through words alone. This adds another layer of understanding to the information being collected. Another advantage of interviews is that they reduce the likelihood of misunderstandings. If a question is unclear, the interviewer can repeat or rephrase it to ensure that the respondent understands what is being asked. This helps to ensure accurate and reliable data collection. Furthermore, interviews have a wide range of applications and can be used with various populations. They are effective for gathering information from children, individuals with disabilities, illiterate individuals, and the elderly. This versatility makes interviews a valuable tool for gathering information from diverse groups of people. So, overall, interviews offer several advantages, such as the ability to gather in depth information, supplement responses with non-verbal cues, clarify questions, and adapt to different populations. These advantages make interviews an essential method for obtaining comprehensive and reliable data in a variety of situations. As we all know, interviews can be a valuable tool for gathering information, but they also come with some drawbacks or limitations. One of the main concern or limitation is the amount of time and money they can consume, especially if the individuals we need to interview are located in different places. However, if we have access to a centralized location such as an office, hospital, or agency where these people already visit for services, conducting interviews there could potentially be more cost effective and efficient. Another limitation of interviews is that they may not be suitable for all research purposes. In some cases, individuals may feel uncomfortable sharing personal or sensitive information in a face to face setting. This can limit the depth and accuracy of the data collected. Furthermore, it is important to recognize that interviews do not always guarantee absolute honesty from the individuals involved. Certain participants may feel compelled to offer socially acceptable answers or withhold specific details out of apprehension regarding potential judgment or repercussions. Consequently, the integrity and dependability of the collected data may be compromised. Establishing a secure and non judgmental atmosphere during interviews can help alleviate these apprehensions, fostering an environment where participants feel comfortable expressing themselves truthfully. The accuracy and reliability of data collected in interviews heavily relies on the interaction between the interviewer and the interviewee. How well individuals communicate during an interview can greatly impact the quality of information gathered. It is important to recognize that each interview is unique, resulting in a wide range of responses obtained. In addition to communication skills, the expertise and dedication of the interviewer also play a significant role in generating reliable data. The experience and commitment of the interviewer contribute to the accuracy and validity of the information collected during the interview process. However, if multiple interviewers are involved, it can potentially amplify any issues mentioned earlier, leading to inconsistencies in the data. One potential challenge in interview situation is researcher's bias. This refers to the possibility that the person conducting the interview may have their own opinions or ideas that could influence the questions they ask or how they interpret the responses. Even if someone else conducts the interviews, there is still a risk of bias when summarizing the participants' opinions or selecting response categories. In order to ensure the highest quality of data, it is essential for interviewers to be aware of their own biases and strive for objectivity. They should approach each interview with an open mind and avoid leading or suggestive questions that may inadvertently influence the responses. Additionally, utilizing standardized protocols and training interviewers thoroughly can also help minimize potential biases and ensure consistency in data collection. Now, I will discuss the ethical guidelines for interview. When researchers are conducting an interview for research purpose, it is essential for them to adhere to ethical guidelines in order to establish trust and reliability. One important aspect of this is providing the interviewee with clear documentation outlining the procedures and schedule of the interview. This can be done through personal delivery or email communication prior to the interview. In addition, it is crucial for the interviewer to consult with the interviewee when deciding on the venue, time, and duration of the interview. And once these details are agreed upon, it is important for the interviewer to take them seriously and stick to the agreed upon arrangements. This demonstrates respect for the interviewee's time and availability. Being punctual is another key ethical consideration during an interview. The interviewer should arrive on time and, if previously arranged, make transportation arrangements for the interviewee to ensure they arrive at the venue promptly. By doing so, the interviewee is given ample time to relax and prepare themselves mentally for the interview. Ethical guidelines play an important role in conducting interviews, so it is essential for the interviewer to create an atmosphere that is comfortable and conversational rather than intimidating or confrontational. This ensures that the interviewee does not feel harassed or interrogated, allowing for a more open and honest exchange of information. Confidentiality is another key aspect of ethical interviewing. The interviewer must respect the off the record information shared by the interviewee and refrain from disclosing it to others. This demonstrates trustworthiness and helps establish a safe space for the interviewee to express their thoughts and opinions freely. In situations where the interviewee's statements have the potential to harm someone, the interviewer should seek clarification by confirming with the interviewee whether they want such information to be on the record. The interviewer shows respect for their autonomy and allows them to decide the level of disclosure. Questions like, "Are you saying this on record?" can help navigate these sensitive matters. It is important for the interviewer to avoid putting words into the mouth of the interviewee. While they can suggest alternative explanations or interpretations, it should only be done with the consent of the interviewee. This ensures that the interviewee maintains control over their own narrative and prevents any misrepresentation or manipulation of their words. By following these ethical guidelines, the interviewer can create a professional and respectful environment for the interview process. This is all about the interview. Thank you.